What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a good weekend and good start to this week. Today I wanted to make a video about window tint and what I have on my vehicles, what I like about it, and what I don't like about each percentage and why. So I can hopefully give you a little bit of insight if you're trying to decide what window tint to go with. So let's see. Alright, so the first vehicle we're going to start with is my daily driver, the Honda Civic. I don't have any tint on it. It's factory. It's just clear glass. So we'll go ahead and check that out, and I'm going to get in each vehicle and show you what it looks like on the inside and outside, so it kind of gives you a baseline to go off. Alright, so starting with the Honda Civic, obviously it's my daily driver, and you can see completely through. Like I said, there is no window tint on it, so let's go ahead and get in and we'll show you from the inside. So you get in, and mind you, it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun is gone down. It's kind of a rainy day, not the best weather, but you should still be able to decide from this video, you know, determine what it looks like. So looking out the sides, it's like nothing, you know, no window tint. It's like nothing's even there. As you can see through the mirror, there's nothing. The primary thing I like about driving the Honda Civic without any window tint is, you know, you can see everything. You don't have to worry about it at nighttime, you know, not being able to really see. Another thing is the cops. You don't have to worry about getting pulled over for a window tint. Here in Virginia, they're sticklers about window tint, and if they see it, they'll more than likely pull you over for it. So it's definitely nice not having to worry about that in the Honda Civic. So that is definitely the perk to not having any window tint. But on the flip side, there's no privacy really. You know, anybody can see in, they can see you. So I don't really like that. But you know, for me, it didn't make sense to really get window tint. Again, like I said, this is just my work car. I drive it pretty much strictly from my house to work and from work back home, you know. Don't really drive it too many other places. So for me, I don't really need window tint on it. So that's why I don't have window tint on the Honda. Alright, so the next vehicle we're going to be looking at is the 4Runner. Now this came with factory tint in the rear, and then it had no tint in the front. However, this is 20% over factory in the rear, and then 20% on the front windows. So let's get inside and check it out. Alright, obviously you can see fine out of the front window. Looking out the side windows, you can still see pretty good. Your visibility isn't too obstructed. Looking out the back windows, they're a little bit darker, but again, those had, I think they come with 35% from the factory, and that's all the way around. So that gives you an idea of what it looks like from the inside. The thing I really like about the 20% window tint is it's kind of like a happy medium. You have tint, it's pretty hard to see in. You really have to get up close on the window to see in, but you can still see out. You know, it's not too dark. You know, at nighttime, that's the biggest thing at nighttime, when you're trying to park or back into a spot or whatnot, or switching lanes. You can still see out of the windows. It's not that bad. You know, honestly, I would recommend 20% window tint for people that have never had window tint before, for the sole fact that if you go any darker at nighttime, you really cannot see out of the windows. 20% is pretty much your limit. You can still dark enough, but you can still see out of the windows at night, which is important. In my opinion, the only con to having 20% window tint is like on a bright sunny day and, you know, midday, on the front windows that don't have the factory tint and it's just the 20% tint, is you can still kind of see in. Like I said, you still got to get up on the window to see in, but you can still see in. So that's the only really con that I have for the 20%. But overall, 20% it's really good. And finally, the last tint that we're going to be looking at is 5% window tint. Now, this had factory 35% in the rear, and then none on the front, obviously. But this is 5% on top of everything. So you cannot see in. They call it limo tint also. So we'll check that out, see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, again, as you can see through the windshield, it's clear. None of the windshields have any tint. Now when you go to look out the windows, it's quite a bit darker. The light's still on in here, so that kind of brightens it up. But as you can see, on the back windows especially, it's pretty dark. So, no, the lights went out. That gives you a better idea. And keep in mind, it is still 5:30 in the afternoon, so there is still a little bit of light outside. But that just goes to show, you know, 5% compared to clear glass. So obviously this 5% window tint is on my 6.7, my truck. You know, the pros to me outweigh the cons. It's not for everybody. For me, I like privacy. With the 5%, you cannot see in at all. Even in, you know, the middle of the day, you really can't see in. If you want to see in, you have to get up on the window, and even then, it's not guaranteed to see in. Another pro to having the 5% window tint is in the summer, it keeps it a lot cooler. It keeps the sun out. To me, that's, you know, pretty important because it gets pretty hot here in the summer. So definitely, you know, is nice keeping it cooler in here. Cons with the 5% window tint, you can't see anything. Driving down the road at night, if you look in your mirror, it's pretty hard to see cars. Backing into parking spots or whatnot, more than likely you're gonna have to roll your windows down so that you can see the lines, or use your backup camera, because you really can't see out of these windows. Another con to having window tint in general, I guess, but 5% is you stand out a lot more. It kind of attracts the cops. I've gotten 2 tickets on this truck for having the window tint. But obviously I'm still keeping it. Doesn't really make me change my mind. I still think having the tint outweighs getting the tickets. And if you have the tint, you would agree with me. But that's another reason why I would recommend going with the 20%, is for the fact that they might still mess with you, but you don't stand out as much as having like 5% window tint. Or another reason why I keep the Honda with no window tint, I'm guaranteed not to be messed with by the police. Alright guys, I hope you found this video informative. I tried to help you out as best I could, showing what no window tint and 20% and 5% look like. And giving my best judgments on each and what I recommend. Obviously, like I said before, if I had to tell you one way to go, it would be probably 20%, because you're kind of safe and you're kind of in the middle. You get the best of both worlds. You got window tint, but you can still see at the same time. And the police, man, they're probably not going to mess with you. Whereas if you have the 5%, like on the Super Duty, you're probably going to get some tickets with it. But to each their own, I guess. Another thing to note is window tint really changes the appearance of your vehicle, I think. As you can see, especially on darker vehicles, it just makes it look better. The 5%, it looks good with the blue. Moving on to the black 4Runner. Black on black, you know, you really can't beat that. That looks really good compared to, I don't know, just a stock vehicle. I don't know, I just think window tint makes a vehicle. So leave a comment down below on what you think. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to make a quick video about window tint. If you enjoyed it, give this video a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks guys, take it easy.